guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise and I talk about how to engage with fashion in more conscious ways. So in today's video, I will talk about some of my favorite sustainable fashion brands. And I know that this is a little bit contradictory because as long as you are producing new items, I don't feel like you are being sustainable. But in terms of the fashion industry and common practices, these brands that I will mention in this video, they have higher standards for their production as well as their material choices. So if you would like to shop more sustainably when it comes to clothes and accessories, then this video is for you. Before we dive in, I want to explain in what ways these brands are more sustainable than your average clothing brand. The brands that I will mention in this video use materials that have a lower environmental impact. They produce their clothing under fair working conditions. They are transparent about their manufacturing process, and they often have set goals in place to eliminate clothing waste. So the first brand that I'm going to talk about is Colorful Standard. It's a brand that I have shopped with a few times, and I have been to the London and Copenhagen store. Unfortunately, they don't have one in the city where I live. If they did, I would probably be there quite often. So maybe it's a good thing that they don't. But if you are nearby a store, then I would really recommend you to go there and try something on rather than ordering online. So in terms of materials, Colorful Standard use 100% organic cotton. Organic cotton can be grown with the help of natural rainwater, so it requires no harmful chemicals in the process. Colorful Standard is also quite known for their vibrant colors. They have a wide range of colors available for all of their styles. All of the dyes that they use are Eco-Tex certified. I hope that I pronounced that right, which means that they have been tested for harmful chemicals. For production, they have their manufacturing center in Portugal, and the manufacturing center was actually created by the founder of Colorful Standard. They invite everyone to come and visit, so they really value fairness and transparency. And in order to ensure ethics in their supply chains, they do not partner with factories, so they handle all of their production themselves. I have two sweatshirts, two crew necks, and a t-shirt from Colorful Standard. And I've also seen that they've started doing trousers and shorts, and I think they even have sports gear now. The items that I bought are really good quality and I do wear them a lot. And I also love the fact that they offer them in so many colors so that you are able to choose one that suits you and your colorways and your closet. So you may have heard of the quote, "Being naked is the #1 sustainable option, wear #2. And whilst I'm not sure that's entirely true, it's certainly really clever marketing, but it's not just marketing and big words. The next brand that I'm going to talk about is Reformation. They have a 100% circularity commitment, and this means that they work towards getting rid of new virgin materials. So they use exclusively recycled, regenerative or renewable materials for all of their clothing. And some examples of the materials that they use is recycled polyester and dead stock fabric. Reformation manufactures the majority of their clothing in Los Angeles, California, which is also where the brand is from. They implement water-saving techniques in its production process. For example, they use a closed-loop system in their denim production, and this significantly reduces the water usage compared to traditional denim manufacturing processes. I have actually only bought one top from them, and it's like this basic black cotton sleeveless top, but I do get a lot of use from this one. You can feel that the material is quite thick and sturdy, which I personally really enjoy. I don't really like clothes which are like flimsy and you can feel that they're not going to last very long. I feel like they focus their styles on quite timeless and feminine styles, and it suits my personal style quite well. And I would definitely buy more from Reformation if I had a store nearby. They are on the pricey side, but I will say that this top that I bought a few years ago, I have used a lot and it still basically looks brand new. The next brand that I'm going to talk about is Alohas. Alohas was originally a footwear brand from Hawaii, and today they produce clothing as well. And what I found is really special about this brand is that they have a clever business model of producing on-demand fashion. And what they mean by on-demand is that they forecast demand levels prior to production. So when you go on their website, you have the option to either buy on demand, which will give you around like 15 to 30% discount on their full price, or you can also buy items which are in stock now and then you buy them at full price. So you will, of course, feel like you want the discount, so you're gonna be more keen to buy on-demand fashion. And I think that this model is quite clever because it won't lead to any overproduction of styles which are not getting sold. In terms of materials, Alohas do use leather, but they also have a collection of vegan and plant-based leathers. And they do have a lot of like fun, innovative leathers made from like apples, corn, and cactus. For production, Alohas produce their footwear in Spain and Portugal, which is also where the shoes are designed. Their shoes are they're handmade by local artisans who believe in ethical and sustainable craftsmanship. And this way they are able to ensure fair labor conditions as well as quality standards. I actually have a pair of ankle boots from Alohas, and I have worn them a lot, especially when I used to work at an office. They are this like timeless, just basic like black leather ankle boot, but they're really comfortable, and I definitely reach for them every now and then when I need a good ankle boot. I saved this one a little bit because I feel like I know that it's an expensive brand and I know that it's also very well known. So I feel like I'm a little bit kicking in an open door when I say Stella McCartney. But in case you need a reminder, here are a few reasons why Stella McCartney is a sustainable fashion brand. In terms of materials, Stella McCartney is truly a pioneer. The brand does not use any real leather or fur or any other animal-derived materials. Instead, they use innovative alternatives such as vegetarian leather made from eco-friendly materials like recycled polyester and sustainable viscose. In terms of production, Stella McCartney works closely with suppliers and manufacturers. They also utilize zero waste cutting methods to reduce fabric waste during the manufacturing process, and they trace their supply chain to ensure environmental and social responsibility at every stage of their production. I have had a mini Falabella bag. I'm sure that you have seen those, but I did sell mine on Vestiaire Collective because I just wasn't getting enough use out of it anymore. Now I also have this like camera bag. I will say that the quality of this camera bag has disappointed me. It's become a little bit torn along the edges, and so I actually sent it back to the brand. They're currently like reviewing it. Even if I was disappointed, Stella McCartney does a great job of communicating with customers, and they do offer free repairs. Plus, they also have recycling programs. I almost forgot this one, but then I went on a walk with my boyfriend today to discuss my video, and he told me that you really can't make a video and exclude Patagonia. So I know that this one is a little bit more of like a sports outdoorsy brand, but I need to give them a little bit of a shout as well. If you didn't know, the founder of Patagonia, I'm gonna butcher his name, but Yvon Chouinard, I think, he donated the entire company back in 2022. You can read more about how it works on their website. But I recently went to Patagonia on a hiking trip with my dad. That's an entirely different story for another day. But I have a jacket and a fleece from Patagonia, and they kept me warm and dry the entire trip. And the quality of Patagonia items are also known to be very, very good. My boyfriend has had a fleece for like 10 years and it's still going strong and does the job. So if you're looking for like athletic wear or outdoorsy clothes, then this is the brand to go to. So obviously in this video, I only gave a few recommendations based on like my personal experience with these brands and because I have shopped with them before. But please, if you know any brands, then you should leave me a comment down below and I would love to check them out. Also, if you would like to know more about how each of the brands mentioned in this video work with sustainability, I will link all of them down below for you to have a read. And obviously, I know that the fashion industry in itself is not sustainable. I am not saying that it is. I just wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to brands that I consider are doing what they can to work more consciously with the production chains and the material choices of the clothes that they produce. And I think that obviously the best option altogether is to stop buying new clothes. But I think on a global scale, that's just not realistic. There are always going to be situations where people need to buy new clothes. And by educating yourself and reading up on what options are available, then you're already taking some steps in the right direction. If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you left me a comment, maybe share this video with a friend. You can follow me on Instagram at louisewears or visit my website louisewears.com. I have written 2 ebooks on the topic of finding your personal style, as well as how to find outfit combinations using clothes that you already have hanging in your closet. And my hope is that my YouTube channel can become somewhat of a little community where we can learn from each other to make more conscious choices as we engage and as we experiment with fashion. And that's it for this week. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I will see you again next Sunday. Bye!